Ага, поехали. Итак, значит, мы расследуем убийство и оказался чуть в тупике, но оказывается, вот это вот не влезет мне в рот. Это бред. Или перевод не тот, или чё. Я только потом догнал, что жирафа, это морда-то вытянутая, а шлем он плоский. Поэтому нам надо что? Правильно, нам надо. Кстати, еще я тут подумал, убийца все-таки кот. Слишком он себя положительно пытается выставить. Особенно...
Do you know anything about the circumstances of Guilfrey's death?
Not a jot, old thing. I mean, any one of us could have done it, couldn't we? People coming and going for this big event.
Убийцей может оказаться даже вы или докторы. Вот так вот раскидываются этими обвинениями.
Steady on, old thing. He was just making a point. Mr.
А
Sparrow
сам...
mentioned Constantine's inheritance. It would be rather substantial, I believe.
Oh, rather. I mean, jolly rotten luck and all, but she'll be a rich woman now.
And you a rich man if you're to marry her.
I say, well, that's a fine thing, isn't
Ну
it?
а сам смотри, как реагирует, если его
What
обвинить.
exactly are you suggesting?
И вообще
I'm not
выставляет
suggesting
себя.
anything, just pointing out the facts.
Well, you can get that idea out of your head right away. The nerve of you. I mean, really, it's just too much.
Строит тут из себя. Что, строитель, что ли? Выставляет себя в таком свете в хорошем, а? Он убийца. И вот это вот его что? Не, я никогда не знал этого, как он, адмирала. Типа у меня первый раз на острове делает из себя тут эту непричастную. Кстати, там этот... А, не здесь. Особо вот. Кто там у нас? Спит еще? Хорошо, ладно, пусть спит. Вот. Во-первых, он не сказал, что... Ну, как попало это, перевели, что не влезет в рот. А во-вторых, я же пытался уже раз взять эту стеклянную вазу. А он ее не взял. А если бы взял, то я бы сразу догадался их совместить. Все, так, еще я хотел попробовать открыть окно и залепить скотчем. Ну-ка, получится? Не получится. Ладно, как-нибудь проволока. У меня была проволока. А, она вот тут у нас. Обратно нельзя отрезать?
No point trying again. This line is down somewhere. We must have...
Ну-ка, отрежь обратно. И не получится.
I'd really rather...
Ладно. Делаем шлем, кстати.
A bit more packing tape in this helmet.
Да хорошо, что он тебе на морду налезет. Ты бы раньше не мог сказать. Так. Лезем в воду.
I'm really not sure what the plan is here.
Угу. Тогда вот отсюда лезем. У нас что, до сих пор порох? Зачем? А, порох, да. Порох, чтобы пыхнуть. Ну, в смысле... А в смысле, а как? А, ну или так, да. Хорошо, хорошо. Ты, конечно, умеешь поддержать. Лучший друг, да? Ну хорошо, ладно, давай. Морда такая. Ладно. Что у нас тут есть? Подсветить? Ой, такое эхо прикольное. Так. Привет.
How do you do, good sir? And how are you this fine day?
Hello! None too clever, truth be told. Got myself stuck in this blasted wine. All tangled up down the old tentacles, don't you know?
А, так ты перепутайся.
I say, how absolutely ghastly for you.
Ты же этот... Осьминог, они же осьминоги, они же могут выпутаться из любой...
I'd say this submarine is really quite a splendid vessel, isn't it?
Well, not exactly my kettle of fish, you know. But I suppose for you land dwellers it's a useful contraption.
Давай попробуем
I say, you
помочь.
want me to help detangle you from that stuff? Might be a bit tricky for me down here, mind.
Oh, that would be most splendid. Thank you kindly. I'll just pop up to the service when we're down here then.
Угу. Хорошо, попробую.
Goodbye for now, old thing. I'll see you back topside, as they say.
Thanks, old boy. Much appreciated, I'm sure.
В смысле? Ты где? Я же размотал, что ли? Я думал, будет мини-игра какая-нибудь. Что здесь? Ладно, пошли поговорим. Вот он. Не, подожди, он, по-моему, в проволоке, да, запутанный? Так, давай поговорим. Ага, ты
They
где его
say,
взял
what is this
вообще?
wire stuff anyway?
Nobody really knows. You find it sometimes under the water. Not a blessed clue where it came from or what it's made from, but it's almost invisible. You don't know it's there until it's too late. It must be animal made, but I can't imagine its purpose.
Так это же наш телефонный провод, который, это... Мы звонить пытались, и все, оборвала связь. Что-то мне кажется подозрительно, что ты его так запутался, а? Может, его специально порвал?
Well,
А?
farewell then.
Так, давай распутывать.
Just pulling at it is just making it tighter. I think this needs cutting off.
Я думаю, что надо его пытать. Нет? А,
Let's
режем.
have a look now. Oh, this will come off easily if I just cut it into a few pieces.
Да, я думаю, будем кусочки
Careful you don't
отрезать.
find him too hard. Had an octopus for a patient once. Tried to give him a reflex test by hitting one of his tentacles with a hammer. And he squirted his filthy ink all over me.
Кусочки от кальмара этого отрезать, нет?
I can hear you, you know.
Right, that's done the trick.
Есть. Так, а ты кто
Well,
такой-то
you seem to be
вообще?
free now, old chap.
Представься хотя бы, что ли.
Thanks, awfully.
Осьминог.
I'll be toddling off then. Blasted nuisance. I don't normally come this close to shore, but I was trying to keep away from a ship out at sea. Blasted thing nearly ran into me. Going like the clappers it was, trying to get through that storm.
Ну,
Peculiar.
понятно.
Did you recognize the ship?
No, never seen it before. These waters are usually so quiet. They seem very keen to get here, but I don't think they
сюда
managed it.
откуда?
No, the storm was too severe. They're still out there off the coast now, as if they're waiting for something.
Кто там выжидает?
All
Ну-ка,
seems a bit
ну-ка.
odd to me. What knows that anyone want with this desolate little place?
Ну мы же приехали. Подожди, а чё, как познакомиться там, допросить, чё? Все, что ли? Ты инвестигатор или кто?
Well, farewell then.
Goodbye, old chap. Thanks awfully for the help.
Так. И чё? Что-то я столько все сделал. Ага, шлем еще остался. Возможно, там что-то еще осталось. Ну-ка, где он там сидел? Может, где-то тут был, да? Тут ничего нету, как бы. Ну, как бы тут больше и нет никого, ничего. Так, подожди. Что-то столько всего сделали, а получили в итоге вообще ничего. Проволоки получили. Прозрачный.
Pieces of thin wire. They're very hard to see.
Ну я понял, я понял. А что мы будем с этим делать? С судном, где оно там? Вот он, кстати, плавает, а? Я понял, что мы будем делать. Его бы только это... собрать как-нибудь в один, сплести или... Может... Сейчас.
Now I should be able to open this window from a distance.
О! Хорошо.
If I attach the wire to the hand, then run it around here, I can make the chime.
Отлично. Так, и теперь надо что? Надо...
This seems unlocked.
Нет? Подожди, а как? Или там уже...
This will make quite a flash if it hits the fire.
А, вот он. Хорошо.
I'll attach a bit of wire to this envelope. That's all of the wire used up.
Хе-хе-хе. Давай свою эту абракадабру включай.
Madam?
Давай.
Well, madam, we are ready to start the seance.
Very well. You gather the
Ну
others,
давай.
and I'll prepare.
Сейчас посмотрим. Что у нас, да? О,
Firstly, if the spirits are
холод.
here,
Хорошо,
we should
давай
feel a
холод.
chill in the room. Spirits,
Spirits.
come to us now.
Spirits.
Oh.
Смотрим на кота, смотрим на кота. Дальше что?
Madam?
Good, good. Spirits, if you are with us, chime a bell so that
Блин,
we
пальцем
may
хотел
know.
показать. Такой провод незаметный. Давай, давай, дергай, дергай. В смысле?
The spirit.
Да что такое-то? А зачем я с ней говорил? Давай еще раз.
Well, madam, we are...
Very well. Firstly, if the
Чок. А-а-а. Часовой провод. Минный провод.
good, good.
Ага.
Spirits, if you are with us, chime a bell so that we may know. Oh.
У-у-у. Блин, кот такой напуганный. По-моему, у него всегда такое выражение.
Good. Spirits, show us your power. Light up this room with flame.
Такой незаметный провод. Так. Ну-ка.
Good, good. Now, spirits, manifest your
Ah.
physical form. Show yourselves to us.
Блин, я думаю, что я забыл.
Now, Frumble, it's your turn.
Незаметно. Незаметно так.
Good, good. It worked. The spirits are here. Tell us, spirit, do you have a message for us?
Oh, yes, I'll say.
And what is the message?
Well, I'm jolly cross about being killed and all that, and I'll tell you all who the blessed rotter is if they don't own up right this instant. And I'll probably haunt them for all time, too.
Does anybody in the circle wish to respond to the spirit?
Ну-ка, момент. Надо выдержать паузу и... никто не хочет, что ли?
Oh, go on. Oh, well, I suppose I'll be off then. Goodbye.
Oh well, I suppose we are finished here. It seems the spirits were unable to help us.
Не понял. Либо кто-то слишком
It really
хитрый и
felt like there
умный.
was a presence manifesting this time.
Либо... Да, кот, он по-любому меня раскусил. Он прям на этого смотрит. Он видел, что на него... На доктора накинули занавеску эту, как ее там. Что это? Опаньки.
Well, we did our best.
I was rather splendid, wasn't I?
Да.
As I say, we did our best. I must say I'm rather at a loss to know what to do now. If only the sounds had achieved something.
Счастливый медиум. Достижение. Хорошо.
Madam? Thank you for your time.
Так, подожди. Никто ничего не хочет.
Farewell, then.
Хорошо, может этот очнулся, как его? Спит.
Well, he seems dead to the world.
Poor fellow's
Ладно.
knackered.
Нам было недвусмысленный намек, да, что что-то произошло.
Thank you, Mr.
Что-то произошло в гробнице, так что пойдем в склеп. Возможно, там дух появился. Смотри, сверкает что-то. Кот, ну-ка признавайся.
Thank you,
Да,
sir.
это ты был. Ну-ка, что там про кота пишут? Ага. Так.
Good grief, what the dickens is that?
Что это?
Winklebottom, I don't like this. No, not one bit.
Steady on, old thing. It seems harmless. I wonder, could Madame Lavinia's seance have actually worked?
No, this is wrong, blasted. Unholy. I want no part of this.
I wonder, though, this is Ethelberta's grave. Could it possibly be?
Ну, давай поговорим.
Greetings, madam?
No longer here. Just memories.
I shall be doing my best to wipe this horror from my own memory, that's for sure.
Да, действительно. Так, где у меня... Сейчас будем спрашивать, допрос делать. Где родилась и где, что там, свадьба была.
You, I take it, are a ghost? A spirit? Of Ethelberta?
I remember Ethelberta, but nothing more.
Seems like we might need to jog her memory if we're to get any sense from her.
I remember a flash, a child. Then I was blown here on the wind.
Typical. She missed out my bit.
Ну хорошо,
Well
ладно.
then, madam, thank you for your time.
Not much time now. I remember her.
Яйцо вспомнишь?
Perhaps you remember this?
Sweet Constance. How could I
Париж, хорошо. Так, Констанция родилась.
such happy days?
Париж. Окей. Вот это вы. Так.
A photograph of Gil.
Тихо. Хорошо. Африка, Америка, Южно. Все, можно не записывать даже. А ты это помнишь?
Perhaps you remember this?
My dear Aristotle. How could
Нью-Йорк.
I forget? We were wed in New York. How I missed him.
Нью-Йорк. Хорошо.
I do believe we now have the information we need to crack the code.
Искренне. Давай что поспрашиваем. Вот это помнишь? Не, подожди. Вот это помнишь?
Perhaps you remember this?
No memory.
Ну ладно. А вот это?
Perhaps you remember?
No memory.
Ладно. А это?
Perhaps you remember?
No memory.
А вот это помнишь?
Perhaps you remember?
No.
Странно. Ладно. Это может показаться странным, конечно, но там можешь поговорить.
Perhaps we could.
Нет?
What can you tell us about?
Mother and I were.
I was so.
The house wasn't the same.
Dreadful business.
Ну хорошо, ладно.
Thank you, miss. Farewell, Miss Guilford.
Так, пошли откроем сейф. Видимо, в сейфе будет что-то важное. Да? Сейф. Так, ну-ка тыкать давай. Значит, у нас получается Южная Америка. А Африка? Южная Америка. Северная Америка. Европа.
By Jove, I think we've done it.
Что? О, господи.
Well, well, what do we have here?
Maybe now we'll find out what was going to happen here.
А череп-то человеческий, кстати. Смотри. Документы.
Well then, let's see what we have here.
I say, that skull is a bit strange. Never seen anything quite like it. Close to a primate skull, but not any species I know.
There are papers in here too. This must be what Price was looking for. Let's take a look.
Ну, давай. Что происходит? Ну,
Well, what have you found?
I'm afraid that a lot of the technical mumbo-jumbo is rather beyond me, but it would appear that this skull is the key to it all. We discovered it on one of his expeditions and has done a lot of work analysing it.
And he was planning to announce this discovery to the world.
Apparently so, but I'm not clear on why he thought it so important. I think he wanted help with the announcement, or guidance maybe. Hence inviting religious and spiritual representatives, a journalist, a popular entertainer, all people who could help him get a message out.
так, а нас, а вас?
And we're rather popular public figures too, of course. But look, Winklebottom, I'm sure this is all very interesting, but it doesn't help us with the
Ну
question
да,
of
в
who
принципе.
bumped off the poor chap.
You're quite right, as always, Frumple. I think perhaps we need to talk to all the suspects at once and solve this crime once and
Давай.
for all.
You don't mean...
Yes, Frumple, let's gather the suspects together in the drawing room.
Oh, I do enjoy this part.
Да-да, давай. Итак, господа, я собрал вас здесь всех, чтобы что?
As you all know, my good friend Admiral Gilfrey died last night. After investigating his death, myself and Dr. Frumple have determined that it was no accident. Somebody wanted Gilfrey silenced, and they wanted it so badly that they'd resorted to murder.
О, а вот это была там? Статуэтка на полка раньше.
And what's more, that person is in the room with us right now.
Yes, I think that was rather implied, Frumple. Now, all of you were invited here by Gilfrey, and several of you had ideas why that was so. All of you were wrong. Now, to recap. Yesterday, guests started arriving here. At some point, we don't know when, somebody dumped a large quantity of salt into Gilfrey's water supply, an action that ultimately led to his death.
Rotten way to go.
Now, as well as killing Gilfrey, it seems the criminal was also looking for something. They were searching the attic when they were disturbed by Ambrose, the butler. They ran and locked him in order to escape without anybody sounding the alarm.
Так это был человек, этот монстр, которого видели.
They escaped the house, briefly dropping the key to the cellar, which they'd also locked to hide their crime. Something must have gone wrong though, as we know that nobody is missing, so they presumably returned here after failing to escape the island.
Well, go on then. Who was it?
Well, Frumple, that's the interesting question. I'm afraid that right now I don't know the answer. But let us examine the facts and discuss the subjects one at a time. Reverend Peabody, we know that you went up to the attic at one point, and we also know what you have been looking for up there. You have a secret, and you were terrified Gilfrey would reveal it.
But you can't mean... I didn't.
Нет.
No, I think not. So what about Beryl? You've worked for Gilfrey for years, but felt hurt that he didn't reciprocate the feelings you had for him. Perhaps you finally snapped and decided that if you couldn't have him, nobody could.
О,
Oh, my lord! I never...
No? Well then, let's turn to Sir Winslet. You believe that Gilfrey didn't approve of you. In point of fact, you were wrong about that, and the reason you're here is that he valued you as a journalist and wanted you to help with his announcement.
Oh, I see.
Plus, of course, there's the matter of the inheritance. You are not a rich cat, but Constance is now a very wealthy lady. With the supposed impediment to your union out of the way, your money woes are over.
Now, come on, old thing, be serious.
Very well, let's move on. To Dame Celia. With the narcissism typical of members of the acting profession, you actually believe that Gilfrey invited everybody here to reveal your closely guarded secret. Is this enough of a reason for you to kill?
Will you stop going on about my bill, young man? There's nothing in it.
Stupid bat left the trumpet in the other room.
Well, no matter. We still have other suspects, such as Madame Lavinia.
Oh. No, you can't suspect me.
And why why not? You believe, incorrectly as it turns out, that you are a fraud. Gilfrey, a rational chap, might want to expose this to the world. Maybe fearing this, you took matters into your own hooves.
But
I'm not finished yet. We still have Miss Price to consider.
Of course, you'd forget about me until the end.
Вообще там еще жаба сидит.
You worked with Gilfrey, helped him with his research. Maybe you feared he would take all the credit for your work. After all, he took your notes and papers. Perhaps a lifetime of being underappreciated boiled over and you did away with him.
Да,
Perhaps. Is that what you really think, Mr. Winklebottom?
возможно.
No, probably not. However, that is just about everybody, except for Mr. Spode here. I suppose there could be something we don't know about Gilfrey's legal matters that could give you a motive.
Could be, old boy, but there isn't.
No, Spode has been Gilfrey's solicitor for years. Hard to imagine him suddenly developing a sudden desire to murder him.
So what now? Who did it?
Who's the killer? I'll tell you. Right now, the killer. The killer is...
Он сам себя
I
убил.
don't know. Blast, I was rather hoping there might be graces enough to expose themselves at this point.
Oh, bugger. So what now? More questioning?
Well,
Actually, sir, if you don't mind, I have a question for you.
О, привет.
Culver,
Очнулся.
glad to see you back in the land of the living. What is it?
Well, sir, I was just wondering why you keep referring to this fellow as Spode.
Because that's who he is, Spode of Spode and Flabbernacle Solicitors.
No, he isn't. Look, sir, I spend a lot of time in court giving evidence and what have you. I know Spode, both of them in fact, and this chap isn't him.
Damn your eyes. Price, follow me now.
Чего?
Good
Кто?
night, everyone.
Кто это? Доктор Прайс все-таки была. Я был
Damn it, the
прав.
lights are out. Somebody, stop them.
Это была доктор. Так. И что теперь?
Quickly, Frumple, hurry, we mustn't lose track of them.
Easy for you to say with those whacking great stilts you call legs. Now where have the buggers got to?
В лес.
This way, they're heading off in the direction of the forest.
Блин, и как я в лесу-то буду?
Now where do we go?
I'm sure they came in here. We can't be far behind them, but which way did they go? There must be some clue.
А зачем мне вот это все теперь? Ну, вперед. Влево. Вправо. Вперед. Кажется, я сейчас буду очень долго здесь блуждать.
No, we've lost.
Так. Давай сюда пойдем. По-моему, здесь уже было. Ветка торчит сюда, туда показывает. Все, потерялись.
No.
Но я не понял, как искать-то? Всполохи, вот они. Вот они, всполохи.
Finally, a way through this wretched forest.
Ага.
Crumple, look. What's that coming through the mist?
Монстр.
I say, I don't much care for that thing. What on earth is it?
My god, Frumple. It's an abomination.
He's making a run for it.
After him, he may lead us to Price and our imposter, Spode.
Маяк. Хорошо, давай пойдем маяк посмотрим.
Ugh, I'm all covered in dried twigs and leaves from the forest. No sign of that creature, or Price or Spode, but they must surely have come this way.
Я практически уверен, что они где-то
Something's like
здесь.
us. We've got them trapped.
Итак, мы можем, что можем? Можем на остров выйти.
We can't go back now. We need to catch the criminals. Well,
Хорошо, ладно, не будем выходить на остров. Можем дверь
the doors are
подергать.
locked tight with a padlock.
We'll have to get it open somehow. We have to find them.
Ну, вряд ли они изнутри могли закрыться-то, а? Больше некуда, только в дверь. Ну, пошли в дверь.
It's locked. Damn it.
О, блин.
Sneaky buggers. Let's find another way in.
Так. Надо дверь подпереть, чтобы... Кстати,
The
а там что?
papers we discovered in Guild.
Ничего не понятно, да?
A rather mysterious skull.
Хорошо. Ломаем замок. Давай.
It's no good. The padlock is too strong to prise off with the crowbar.
А
Not
это?
really. I'd really rather not.
Я что-то даже не
It
знаю.
seems unlikely.
А как? В смысле, тут больше нету? Надо, значит, чем-то открывать дверь. Копытом по
Is it
замку.
locked tight?
Remember how the limehouse lizards cracked open that safe containing the Duchess's pearls? We could do the same. Blast the blasted thing off.
Problem is, I don't have anything to blast it open with.
Here, I still have some of that
Ah.
gunpowder we took from the caves. Thought I'd grab some extra just in case. You can have the rest of the contents in my pockets too, in case it's of any use.
Не, ну конечно. О. Надо... Так,
This seems unlikely.
ладно, давай попробуем.
Right, I'm going to pour this gunpowder into the padlock.
Угу. А листья нам поджигаем.
The lantern is long since extinguished, and anyway, I do myself a mischief.
Понятно, значит, делаем мы петель, или как?
I'll place some of the thread from this sewing kit into the lock and run it a safe distance.
Теперь поджечь надо, да? Будем палочками тереть друг об друга, да?
I can generate a bit of heat with this tinder, but the fuse isn't lighting. I need to make it more flammable. No.
Керосином обмочим фитиль.
Okay, I've soaked the fuse in the last dregs of oil from this lantern. Now it should light.
Хорошо, давай. Давай добывать огонь палочками. Шорх,
Okay,
шорх.
hopefully I can use these twigs to generate a bit of a spark. Aha!
It's going. Stand back, old thing. Hooves over the old lugs, what?
Almost there now.
This is it.
Все, что ли? Это все?
The padlock is loose now, but I still can't prise it off with my...
О, господи, ну вот же у тебя есть монтировка, что ты не можешь достать?
That's it! The padlock is off. Finally, I can open this hatch.
Давай! Мистический зеленый свет, вперед!
My God, Frumple, what is this place? Just what has been
О,
happening here?
господи. А ты кто? Каких-то клонов выращивает. Глаза. Ой, а что так быстро?
A book about something called DNA. Mean anything to you, Frumple?
Looks like biology, but nothing I was ever taught. If I don't know about it, it's likely just bunkum and balderdash.
Химикаты.
Various chemicals and concoctions. A cure for what ails ya?
Wouldn't go sipping those willy-nilly. Some nasty stuff there.
Так.
What on earth are these?
They're abhorrent, blasphemous creatures. Ugly blighters too.
I wonder, could these be related to that strange skull Gilfrey found?
Their noggins would seem to be about the right shape, though these poor chaps don't look like the healthiest specimens of whatever species they are.
That creature outside, though. Are these previous attempts to create that thing? Is that even possible?
Dashed if I know. I can help chaps keep hold of life, but creating it from nothing? Fellows that did that would be a damn sight cleverer than me, that's for sure.
Well, this doesn't help us with our immediate concern in any case.
Короче, это уже поглубже, чем просто убийство попахивает. Тут что-то прям вообще как...
I say, a chap could probably hide in here if he or she wanted to.
The same thought had crossed my mind, old thing. Okay.
Пусто, что ли?
Oh well, better look next time, eh?
Так, дверь. Стол. Что за стол?
Good grief. What macabre experiments have occurred down here?
This equipment looks like it can deliver a heck of a shock to the system. Might be useful to kickstart a chap's ticker.
Or start one up from scratch, perhaps?
Возможно. Какая музыка-то? Так, ты кто?
I say, Winklebottom, who's this unfortunate figure?
Quickly, Frumple, we should get this gag out of his mouth.
Говори. В смысле, ну да. А как? А, вот.
Right, old boy, soon have this out of your mouth.
А, спут.
Thank you, sirs. I rather feared my number was up. What on earth is going on here?
That was rather going to be my question. May I ask with whom I have the pleasure
А
of
как мне
conversing?
пишут, что это настоящий споут, если я еще не знаю, что это споут?
Oh, how rude of me. My apologies. I am Ulysses Spode.
Лабернакл.
Spode and Flabbernacle. At your service, sir.
Лабернакл — это какое-то жабье имя, кстати.
I say, you're the fellow that toad chap is impersonating. Not that you tricked me for a second, you understand.
He tied me up just as I arrived at the island. Asked all sorts of questions about me and my client, Mr. Gilfrey.
Yes, indeed, and I'm afraid I have some rather sad news in that regard. However, right now we must urgently search his laboratory. We're really in an awful hurry.
Oh, be careful. There's something ghastly going on in here. Have you seen that thing? That creature, all hairless and pallid? Oh, never in all my days have I set eyes on such a thing.
Да-да.
We'll be careful, and we'll be back to set you free as soon as possible.
В смысле, а что, он будет так сидеть, что связано?
Don't mind me, old thing. I'll just wait here until you're ready.
У нас же нож есть. О, давай.
No, I don't think this is right.
А почему?
We'll attend to untying Mr. Spode presently.
Да, уже все, уже не успели. Давай.
Blast, it's locked. Spode and Price could be through here.
Bloody locked doors. As soon as we get back to London, I'm getting one of those skeleton keys that Charlie Weasel used for breaking into all those nightclubs.
What on earth? Why has the light gone out?
Что слушай?
Ow! I say, what was that?
Ouch! Something bloody well stabbed me.
А, понятно.
Gentlemen.
Price, what's going on here? And where is Spode?
Oh, Mr. Winklebottom. I'm sorry it had to come to this. Why did you have to start poking your noses into things that don't concern you? I just
Я был
wanted to be left
прав.
alone with my work, but you wouldn't let
Подожди, а
me, would
лягушка
you?
тут при чем?
The same as Gilfrey wouldn't let me.
I don't understand. Are you saying you killed Gilfrey?
I didn't, as it happens. But does it matter, really? He had to be stopped. He was going to tell the world about my discovery.
That creature?
It is not a creature. It is a human.
I say, a what?
A human. Homo sapiens, if you want its scientific name. Oh, you'd find them fascinating, Doctor. Before the world as we know it existed, they ruled the earth, you know, built great cities and fought terrible wars.
Так это у нас
Sounds
постапокалипсис
like you want to
какой-то.
take their place. You're playing God.
I have recreated them. Just a tiny trace of biological matter on that skull was all I needed. From just that, I was able to create cells.
Да у нас
And
тут
from
целый
cells,
парк юрского
a
периода,
whole
да?
Body.
Took you a few goes, though, by the looks of it.
Nobody's perfect, Mr. Frumple. The mistakes were unfortunate, but an essential step in my work. And the final result, well, he is perfect.
I'm starting to see why Gilfrey wanted to stop you. It was you he was trying to get rid of, wasn't it? He wanted you off the island and your work stopped.
He didn't understand. Wanted to just tell the world about everything. They would have taken my creation from me. Lucky for me that others
там
wanted
целый
the
корабль
secret
целый
kept too.
плавает.
The imposter, Spode.
Импостер.
He's their representative. He's just here to help get me and my work away from this place. His organization is most insistent that this discovery is kept secret from the general public. They, at least, appreciate me.
It was him, wasn't it? He poisoned Gilfrey to keep him quiet.
No, sorry. That's enough. I've just been keeping you talking long enough for the poison to kick in. It should be well into your system by now.
Oh, I'm feeling a bit peaky, old thing.
Me too, Frumple.
I'm sorry I had to do it. But you would have stopped me, wouldn't you? I have to get off the island with my work like we planned before the wretched storm ruined everything.
Wait, stop. Let's discuss this like civilized animals. It's not too late.
Sorry, Mr. Winklebottom. The boat should be here by now, and you've most kindly found the papers Gilfrey took from me. You've been searching high and low for these. And you've brought the skull, too, I see. I'll have those.
Ты могла просто усыпить и...
Wait,
Нет, убийство мы тебе не простим.
Frumple. Frumple, snap out of it.
Что случилось?
The good old thing.
Quickly, we need to find an antidote. I need you, Dr. Frumple.
Look at the funny wobbly monkey.
You really should stop your limbs from swaying like that, old thing. It's really most alarming.
Come on, old chaps. Snap out of it.
Lots of pretty bottles. I wonder if any of these would help with my head. I'm feeling frightfully woozy right now. Hello in there. Would you like a nice cup of tea? I say, Frumple, these fellows are being most rude.
No manners, that's the problem today.
Я не понял. А что надо? О.
Look, a door.
Door. No, words lost all meaning for me.
Так а как? Где Анди...
Any ideas, old thing?
I keep seeing vivid colors in my head. I'm sure there's a reason.
Как с повода-то ты это... Подожди. Ну пошли выйдем.
I say, Frumple, this ladder doesn't seem at all stable.
I'll say dash things all wibbly.
Так, а где антидот-то взять? Химикаты. Но он не хочет химикаты брать.
I'm not really inclined to start waving a... No, I don't think... no.
А что ты?
Oh, hello, it's Dr. Frumple.
Hello.
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 That's Dr. Frumple. I say, just who am I...
Хорошо, ладно, давай поговорим.
Ah, doctor, I need a doctor. Come on, old boy, you have to help. There are lots and lots and lots and oh, I'm repeating myself. The point is, there must be something...
Ну вот, я же говорю, что ты можешь сделать?
Give me a moment. I need to think in my head. Ah, I know.
А,
Well, I remember my school holidays in summer running through the grass. The color of the leaves on the trees, everything was so happy then.
I'm not sure this is helpful.
хорошо.
It just popped into my head when I was thinking about how to make an antidote.
И нам нужен зеленый химикат. Хорошо.
Chin chin, old boy, and down the hatch. Ugh.
Что-то не помогает. Красный. Красный, синий, зеленый.
I hope this tastes better than it looks. No, it was worth. I
Вот.
hope this tastes better than it looks. No, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I need...
Так, подожди, я не понял. Ты что имел в виду?
Come on, old boy.
Well, I remember my school holidays in summer running through the grass.
Зеленый. Хорошо, давай пьем зеленый.
Chin chin, old boy. Ugh.
Так, дальше что?
Come on, Frumple, concentrate.
Met a chap one day who had made the most delicious honey. I got it all over my face and clothes. When Nanny washed it off, it left the bathwater such a lovely color, like liquid sunlight.
Хорошо, пьем желтый.
I hope this tastes better than it... No, it was worth.
Дальше.
I really hope some part of you knows what you're doing here, old thing.
Я что-то всякого говна напился, что-то мне еще хуже стало.
One day I stayed out too late and it started to get dark. I stumbled and fell into a ditch. The brambles cut my arms and
Я
legs.
понял. Ищем белый химикат.
Well, here's mud in your eye, old boy. Blah.
Ты меня хочешь отравить, да? Ты точно хочешь отравить меня?
Is there any more, my friend?
Eventually the end of summer came. I had to go back to school and those rotters who called me names. I spent the last day just laying down, looking up at the clear summer sky, hoping the day would never end.
Голубой. Розовый, да? Не промахнуться бы.
Okay, bottoms up. Yeah.
О, помогло.
Oh,
тебе?
my head. My word, those chemicals tasted absolutely foul.
They did the job though, eh?
Indeed they did. Well done, my scholarly sidekick.
We'd better get a move on though. Catch up with the rogues before they scarp.
Сайдкик. А как мы их
Yes, come on.
догоним-то?
Let's head back outside and see what's happening.
Ага.
Spode.
У нас есть нож.
No. But I'm sure you know that by now. I thought I'd got away with that, you know. Would have too, if not for you meddling mammals. Just needed to play for a bit of time for our boat to arrive and get myself, Price, and her creation away from here.
А зачем вам этот человек-то вообще?
You did it, didn't you? You killed Gilfrey.
Old fool was going to go public about what he'd found. We couldn't allow that.
Why not? What harm would it do?
Да. Зачем? Почему?
Harm? My dear Winklebottom, it would be catastrophic.
А,
So much of what we think of.
And so, just for
Ой.
that, you killed him.
блин, рано нажал.
No
Ладно.
choice. We needed to tie up all the loose ends. Keep him from talking and get Price, her creature, and the research off the island.
Only you
Допустим.
couldn't, could you? You didn't know about the safe, so couldn't find his papers. And then, having wasted time looking for them, the storm stopped you getting away.
Inconvenient, that was. Fortunately, we ran into Spode, and as nobody else knew him, that gave me a convenient cover to carry on looking for the research. A solicitor looking through papers. Nobody would give a second thought.
But why not just talk to Gilfrey, explain things to him? You didn't need to kill him.
Too big a risk. Whatever else the humans were, they made sure everybody knew their place in the world. Kept order. We need that. Our society has been shaped, molded into a replica of theirs to keep our own instincts at bay. Imagine if that got out, it would be...
Не знаю, чем бы это все окончилось.
Well, you've buggered it up now, haven't you? We all know, and we're not going to keep quiet about it.
Oh,
Oh, Dr. Frumple, you and the others are never leaving this island. I'm sorry, but that's how it's got to be. This whole thing goes far deeper than you know.
еще
I'm
глубже.
afraid the two of you are just some more loose ends that I need to deal with.
You absolute bounder.
Кстати, надо это в среду выложить. И что будет дальше? Ох, нифига себе. А я что-нибудь делать не могу?
No! Get off us, you fool! You'll have us all over the edge!
Доктор, нет!
Frumple! No!
Я только начал привыкать к этому добряку. Эпилог? В смысле, все что ли? Концы в воду, эпилог. Достижений.
Well then, Culver, can I offer you a cup of tea before you go?
Most kind, sir. Most kind. I say, lovely service, wasn't it? Dr. Frumple would have enjoyed it, I think.
Indeed so, indeed so. Reverend Peabody gave a most moving sermon.
All a bit quick to my mind, but I suppose they know what they're doing.
Indeed, the impetuousness of youth, I suppose. Winslet and Constance looked very happy in any case, and Miss Clutterbuck was overjoyed that she caught the bouquet.
Клаттербак. Я не помню,
Shame
кто
old
это.
Frumple couldn't be there. Have you seen him today?
Not yet, they say he should be out of hospital in
Ah,
days.
он
I think
живой.
his demands for tea are some detestation to the nurses, truth be told.
And he
ладно.
still has no idea how he managed to get back onto the beach after his fall.
None at all, I suspect we'll never know.
Чё? Не понял. Типа его этот спас? Восьминог, и дальше что?
Well, anyway, how goes the case? Still no sign of the fellow who was impersonating Spode?
Not a trace of him, nor this creature you claim to have seen. He almost certainly died in the
А, ну
fall.
то есть никто не верит все равно.
And Miss Price?
Oh, she's being most helpful. Got a full confession. Honestly, I think she was just happy that somebody was paying attention to her for once.
Well then, I suppose that just about wraps everything up.
Well, there is just one thing. Price had these notes on her, in this weird-looking skull. The boys at the yard don't know what to do with them, so I rather thought you might want to keep them.
Oh, Inspector Culver, I most assuredly do.
Do you think you'll go public with all this? Tell people what you know?
That will require some thought. Spode believed our whole society would collapse if people knew the truth, but, you know, I rather suspect we'll continue to muddle on just fine.
Well, let me know if you do decide to tell the world. I rather think I might just take a holiday that week.
Most wise, Inspector. Well now, how about that cup of tea?
Oh, yes. Very kind.
And this time I'll be sure to put the milk in first, just the way Frumple likes it.
Ну что ли? Ну... Там, конечно, был намек, что это все глубже, но, блин, как-то я что-то думал немножко под... Прикольно. О, папа. Daily News. Хе-хе. Ладно. Надеюсь, будет продолжение. Еще будет? Нет, все, давай. Сцена после титров. Ага.
Well, old thing, how are you feeling now?
Well, not too bad, all things considered. They say I must have cracked me cranium on some rocks when I fell into the water.
Oh, just your head then?
Anyway, have the papers picked up on the case? What are they saying about me?
Well, I shouldn't worry yourself about that right now. My immediate concern is what to do about the research we found regarding these humans. Spode, or whoever he really was, seemed to think society would collapse if people found out about them.
Ну, возможно, тогда хищники стали бы жрать и травоядных сразу.
I mean, it's a bit of a shock that these fellows ran the place before us, but look, if they were such clever clogs, what happened to them? Can't be that smart if they wiped themselves out.
Действительно.
Gilfrey's research doesn't say. Whatever happened to them, it didn't leave a lot of evidence, just traces really, underground or in deep caves. I suppose somebody must have found books or documents and set about moulding our society along the lines of theirs. It must have taken centuries though.
Some kind of secret society shaping the world? Sounds like utter bunkum to me. Anyway, what are we going to do about it? We have to tell people, don't we?
Вот, видишь, какое-то тайное общество.
You know, Frumple, I'd rather think we do. We can't keep this secret. If people know the truth, then we can decide for ourselves. There's no reason to follow the path trodden by these long-dead humans. It's our world now, and I believe we have a duty to find our own way in it.
Plus, I'm bound to get a mention in the newspaper if we do.
Indeed so, Frumple. Well, I'm going to go and make a few arrangements, and then, once you're fighting fit again, we shall have a big announcement to make.
Ой-ой-ой. Ну, вполне себе четкая, логическая игра. Если бы не вот эта маленькая заминка с... Как он? С Ага. Значит, все-таки есть. Продолжение будет, да?
Send out the word. I want Lord Winklebottom, dead or alive.
Смотри, года до 2023 подписаны слева. Kickstarter. Ну ладно, это будет долго, да? Хотя тут S, Switch, Патрики, Джессики всякие. Пещерная обезьянка. Вот, если бы не с аквалангом вот это вот загадочка. Так и не выпустили, что ли? Да. То вообще бы...
I say, Chabs, any chance you could let me out now?
Блин, я же хотел отрезать что-нибудь там. Ус какой-нибудь.
Getting a bit peckish here now.
Ой, блин, и человек
Chabs?
живой остался. Сожрет он его, сожрет. Все? Ну все, значит. Нормальная игрушка. О, почти в час уложился. А, даже как раз, да. Ну что, буду ждать продолжения, значит. А как иначе? А иначе никак.